Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Planning has always been my way of working out problems and solving the day-to-day issues in my life. Join me as I experiment on how to best tackle projects, figure out how to stick with habit tracking, and celebrate the wins, both big and small. So grab a cup or a glass of whatevs and let's get on with the video. Okay, you guys, I have a lot of things I want to say quickly because I gotta get the hell out of here. I'm gonna go pick up my mom and my sister, which wasn't part of the plan. Does that happen to you? Like, I had dinner already set up and ready to go, and now I'm gonna have to pull out something from the freezer for lunch because there's going to be people here. I know. So here's the thing. I wanted to start off talking about dailies in this video. That's gonna be the main focus anyway. So in the past, I have mentioned that dailies for me are something that I do when I have a lot of anxiety and I really need to plan and have structure in my life. And then when I don't do dailies, like I find when I fall off on dailies, it's because I'm not having as much anxiety. I'm in a groove and I can just move and groove and get things done, and I don't feel the need to write them down. So I wanted to try and fix that for the rest of February. So we are in the second week of February 2023, in case you're watching this in the future. And so I wanted to utilize my dailies. So the way I'm trying to rewire my brain is by thinking that my dailies are here to help me further my education and become a better person in life, right? It's going to help me basically keep the habits that I have and make them a little bit more sustainable, because sometimes I start a habit and I'm like, how am I supposed to keep up with this thing? I don't even what was I thinking? So that's what I'm trying to use my dailies for. So far, it's working out. I haven't been using it this way for very long, so it's probably easier to show you than to tell you. There's that. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly before I forget is that I have been using this Pilot Dr. Grip gel pen, and I've actually been using these Sarasa Zebra pens. You can buy them in a box set of, I don't know, like 12 or 24. I purchased a box of these. I just take out the cartridge and put them in here. So I'm not sure what size of an ink cartridge this came with, because I don't know, I put it up since then or lost it. But right now the Zebra Sarasa ink cartridge is in here. That's what it looks like, what it's called. You can buy these individually on Jet Pens if you would like. But again, I find it easier just to, purchase a box of these because they're pretty inexpensive for a gel pen. I really like them. They're quality, in my opinion. And I put them in here because it's easier for me to hold on to a thicker pen than it is a thinner pen. It doesn't have a squishy grip, but it's a nice grip enough for me so that I can write for long periods and not feel like my hand starts to cramp up and hurt. So there's that. I have been using this bullet journal. You probably saw the setup for this. It was meant to be a commonplace notebook. I fell off on that, and then I moved to taking the pages and just the ones I had already used that didn't work out and just, washi taping them away. I did go ahead and take a page from these pages I'm no longer using and covering where I put January, because remember, I was going to try to use this in January and it didn't happen. So I was like, February is the month for me to get on the bullet journaling. I had less anxiety. I felt like I could finally incorporate this into my planning. I just haven't gotten around to writing February, and I don't think it's that serious. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is the way I've been keeping my bullet journal, and I've been, kind of on top of things, especially with my habits. And so my niece was like, I want to try this out. I want to give it a go. She usually does a bullet journal towards the end of the year and most of the summer because we have more time to play around with things. But she's like, I really want to try this. So what I did was, first of all, I looked this up on Amazon. And I don't know, you guys, has this always been a very expensive notebook? I can't remember. This is the Bullet Journal Edition 2. So it does say bullet journal right here on the front cover. And it's $27.99 on Amazon. And I know how Amazon is. You guys know how Amazon is. Sometimes they will go by color and they'll put a maroon notebook for $30 when a blue notebook is just like $22. So I went on to bulletjournal.com as well as loiterm.com, and it's true. This is on average $27.99. And I thought, holy crap, that's kind of an expensive notebook, especially if my niece doesn't keep up with it. I didn't feel like I want to spend that much money, especially since I just wanted her to give it a try. So what I did was I went to my shelf, I'm shopping my shelf, and I found this notebook, the Art Fan. Part of the reason why I kind of wanted her to try out the bullet journal is the same addition to, excuse me, is because of the same reason why I'm using it. I like that it has these little dots here off to the side and at the bottom so that you can break things up in half or in thirds, either vertically or horizontally. It's very, very easy and simple for her. She's 12, going to be 13 soon. This doesn't have that, of course, but I do like the fact that the pages are numbered, which I think is essential in a bullet journal when you want to first get started and you want to work on, what's it called? Threading and stuff. So this one has the page numbers. It goes all the way up to 124 pages. It's not that serious. It's not going to be 204 or 250 pages like the other Leuchtturms. So if she falls off on it, it's not that many pages that are wasted, as well as the fact that this is very thick paper, so she can use markers. But I don't really know how thick this paper is. I would say at least 100 grams, if not more. 100 GSM, is that what we're supposed to say? Anyway, and it's pretty nice for only I think I bought it for like $5, maybe $6. So we have the, it says content pages here in the front, and then we have page 1 right away, and page 124 is that awkward page that hides the binding. So I probably will tell her to use this for a pen testing page, or we'll just go ahead and glue it down so it's not an irritation. This might have come with stuff. I don't remember because I had it open and on the shelf. It does have 2 bookmarks. I had this sticker, which I thought was really cute, so I put that on there for her. And we're going to kind of try to mirror our daily pages. So let me show you what that looks like. Let's just review quickly. This is what my monthly looks like. So this is a monthly spread. It's going well, filling it out nicely. Over here, this is my second monthly spread, just because, I don't know, that works best for me. I had to cut down this Post-it because I had a brain fart. At first I thought this is where I'm going to put my weekly spread, right? And so I was going to do a running task list here. And then I thought that doesn't make any sense because, you know, this is 1 week and this is a monthly spread. So I covered it up. I had to cut down this Post-it, covered it up. I can put something else here now. I also, I have this crazy whiteout that I messed up. You guys, do you do this? I bought a pack of these things, and this is the second one I think I'm gonna have to throw away because this keeps happening. Obviously, I need to buy a better quality whiteout. What whiteout do you guys use? Let me know down below. I'm open to suggestions, but I don't know how this keeps happening. I have no idea. Over here, I have been using this little section for my, what's it called? My forward planning? Future planning. There we go. I just can't seem to put a future plan together in the front or the back in the collections of my notebook. It just doesn't work. I don't look at it. But this, I don't know, it naturally went here, and I thought, let's give that a go. I'm sad that I put March and April together. I should have probably just put April over here in this section, but it is what it is. I just put like a little triangle here so that I could see the difference between this month and this month, and we'll see how it goes. These boxes, of course, are still empty because this is where I wanted to put things that I have achieved over the past month at the end of the month, or as the month progresses. So here I've already read 2 books for the month of February, and that's where I have put them. I figured maybe, I don't know, TV shows and movies here, but then again, I had this part where I was keeping TV shows and movies. So I might have to rethink the way I set up my monthly, because if they don't get filled out, it's like a waste of space. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll find something to put there, but for right now, I'm just like, My meditation tracker, I am keeping track here, and that's working out, so that's great. This is my running to read list. Instead of a running to-do list, it's a running to read list. And I had to go ahead and forward a couple of books because I had to return these books because I didn't read them in time. So it is what it is. I'm working on the other ones, and some of these are the books that I'm reading with Jade. So yeah, we're working on those and just chipping away at that. Here's how my weekly went, and it was okay, but look at all of this white space here. I just, I'm working on trying to fill out this a little bit better. I decided I'd give it another week so I could figure out if I need something else. Remember, I was like, I'm just going to draw these out and see if I stamp out if it was sunny, or it's been cloudy every day. So I was like, what is the point of that? Today's like the first day, and it's not even in this week where it's actually is sunny, so I don't know what the point of that is. Anyway, moving on. We have the meal plan, which was working, so I kept all of that. This is, okay, something that I decided I wanted to do. I wanted to do vocab for the month. And then I decided, what if I have more vocabulary words that are going to, sorry, my sister called. I am going to go pick them up. What was I saying? Oh, what if I have more vocabulary words than I do space? So I decided every day I would write my vocab word. And that would be one of those habits that I wanted to build up. But I still wanted to finish this and see if it's something I like, where just other words other than the word of the day, I could go ahead and put here that I hear either in a TV show, a movie I'm watching, or in a book that I'm reading that I thought was interesting, I could put here. I watched the movie Bad Words, which is about a spelling bee, and so that's why there were so many words here. And I thought it was hilarious. So we'll see if I keep this spread or not for next month. Dailies have been going good. You can see there. Here is this week. We're finally on this week. Today is Tuesday the 7th, and you can see that I've already started to fill out this middle section a little bit better than in the past, so I think it's going to be okay. I decided to put vocab words here, so this is just going to be a list of all of the words that I use throughout the daily pages so I can see them all in one place. Keeping lessons and still working on the history project. Now we're at the dailies. Okay, working on keeping habits and making them sustainable. I have a section here for just a little bit of to-dos, because sometimes in wintertime I'm not going a lot of places, I'm not traveling, I'm not out of the house. I don't need a huge list, so it's just a small section, and if I need more space, I can write on every line instead of every other line. I'm trying to keep it clean and neat, because obviously you can see my handwriting is not the best, and I'm letting that go because the system is working for me, and it is what it is. I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there that I absolutely watch just for the fact that they're aesthetically pleasing, the way they set up their dailies or their weekly or their bullet journal in general. But I'm just not going to be one of those people, and I'm okay with that. Am I aware that people have worse handwriting than me? Yes, but for me this is kind of rough. Like I was saying, here is my section for my to-dos, and then this is where I kind of keep my schedule time-wise, just to see what time I'm sitting down to write every single day. That's really the only thing I care about. If I write by the time it's 1 o'clock, you won't really see more of a schedule past 1 o'clock. I'm just interested in seeing my habits for writing. Yesterday I fell off and I woke up at 6:30, but today I woke up and I was back on top of it at 5:30, and that hour difference, you get a lot done. So what happened was, with the wordage, I was using an app that gave me, is it an app? I don't know. What's it called? The New York Times word of the day. But then it was giving me words that I already knew, and I was writing it down anyway, and I thought, maybe on those days when it's a word I already know and I'm comfortable with, maybe I should just use a different app. So I ended up finding an app that gives you a word and then gives you like the synonym. And you can go ahead and do well, it doesn't give you an example of a mind map, it gives you a list, but I was like, oh, I want to mind map these, because I've heard that if you do that with words, it's easier for you to remember what that word means and connect it to other things. So that's what I've been doing, and it's so much fun and I love it. And I know it looks kind of messy, but man, am I learning, and Jade has been learning as well. So this was just working for the both of us. Our brains were just like clicking with the words. So this is probably how she's going to be setting up her days in her new bullet journal. Of course, this is a little bit more narrow than the traditional A5, kind of like a leuchtturm, maybe in betweensies. I don't even think, yeah, it's in the middle of a Moleskine and the leuchtturm. So I probably have to let her know that, but she has such big handwriting that she might not be able to pack as much on a daily page. There was a time, you guys, when I looked at a daily page that was A5 in size and thought, this is the craziest size I've ever seen in my life. But breaking down my day like this into these little sections has made it so like amazing. I don't know, it's just working for me. I'm utilizing all of the space and I'm very, very happy. So at the bottom, I usually put like a little section here for just like a diary entry, or journal entry rather, of what happened that day. And then down here, again, this was just antonyms, but I've also been putting like my Duolingo words. like this right here. I needed to go back over because it's been a little bit, and Jade and I kind of quiz each other on this, so I can just open my journal and go to this little section and we can quiz each other, and that's been working out well. Another thing I've been trying out is this. So at the end of the week in my old bullet journals, I would put my review, and my review is now at the beginning, which is kind of weird. It's backwards, and at first I wasn't sure if I liked it, but then I thought, okay, on this awkward page, because I kind of wanted a page to separate this week from this week, I could put like my Spanish review. And so that's what I've been doing here, and these are things that I'm just going over when Jade and I have a few minutes and I'm like, hey, what about this or this, and she'll quiz me too. And yeah, so this is how I've been using my dailies. I don't know, what do your dailies look like? This is working better for me because now my dailies are no longer just like a throwaway thing like I've said in the past. I don't usually keep my dailies because it's just a list of what I needed to get done that day, and maybe like my schedule, just so that I made sure that I wrote that day, and that's pretty much it, and I never need to keep it. But with having words and like having the review of the Spanish at the end of the day, at the bottom of the day of what I learned, it's really helping me appreciate my dailies and refer to them again. And I think now sitting down and using them every day is no longer going to be something I do only when I have anxiety. It's something I can do every day because I'm trying to build these habits, sustainable habits, people. Again, I'm trying not to freak out by drawing these in advance. Some days I have 1, 2, 3 lines. Other days I'll have 3 lines, but they're skinnier. And that is everything, you guys. Let me know how you're using your daily. Hopefully Jade will like this and it'll work out for her and she can keep up with it. Do you think that this is a crazy amount of money for a bullet journal? I feel like maybe I'm just growing as a person. Like before I was like, what, spending $50 on a planner? That's a necessity. But now I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get another one. And I think that's sad because I've really been enjoying the fact that they have those dots that make it easy to break up the day without having to count anything. It's not that serious, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll go back to the Art Fan if they have some available. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.